test and tune. Yesterday morning, TJ and I got up, cracked it on, went to Jamie's, and this was a bare block, and we stayed there till we came home with the motor. Got everything swapped over, this new block, did some new bearings inside of it. The water definitely tore up the bearings pretty bad, so we had to replace them. So we are officially back in business with a motor. I'm just gonna start getting all my bolt-ons put back on. Fuel pump, water pump, starter, all the works. As much as I can put on before I drop it in the car. It's a lot easier to do it up here than just do it on your back. So we'll have this thing full dressed, drop in the car, drop the distributor in, headers, carburetor, the works. You guys seen it before. Slapped some paint on it this morning, and I was gonna throw the fuel pump plate on. WM4. But I remembered I do kind of a trick. I kind of want to show you guys. So for any of y'all that have put on a fuel pump before, know that it kind of sucks. Not very fun. You have to feed this in there and bolt it up. Sounds easy there. But there's this rod that's inside the motor. And you got to try to get this rod on here to get it to bolt up. So it's sometimes you got to fish it with your finger and push up and try to swoop this in there to get this under it. It can be a pain. Well, I got a solution for you today. A trick that I learned. Before you put the cover on, take your rod. A little greasy, it's a little sticky. It's like that. That'll do ya. Stick it in your hole, push it all the way up, bam. It stays right up there. So you don't have to try to fight the rod, fight it to get the fuel pump on. Makes life so much easier. Slap a little RTV on this plate. I don't like leaks, so I use gaskets and RTV. Making a mess now. Yesterday was a fun day. It's been a while since I've got just to sit down and slam together a small block Chevy. It was fun. Slap a little RTV on the old fuel pump. So yeah, this has been a lot of excitement this weekend and this week that I was not anticipating. I thought we were ready to rock. Got everything actually ready to go. No last minute stuff. We were ready. Ready for Deer Creek test and tune. That all came crashing down on us. So like right now, here's for example, this is where people usually gotta try to push their finger and try to get that rod up in there, and they're trying to fit the rod like that and then try to stick this down in there and pop their finger out and fast enough to get the down in there. Well, since I got the push rod up to the top of that little bit of grease, it just drops right in. No fighting. guys on the bottom that just retain the plate. It's not very fun if you tighten them up thinking you're lined up, but you're really not, and you're a little off. And you gotta turn the gasket off and redo it. If you put the plate on and walk away, and then our TV dries. Here. Fuel pump is on. Hopefully that little trick helps you out. Saves you some headaches. I'm gonna keep going, get the front of the motor put on, but I'm gonna put you on for a time lapse. If I do too many time lapse, let me know in the comments. I never know if something's super boring. Like if you guys really want to sit here and listen to me talk to myself and spend 10 minutes putting on a fuel pump. If there's stuff like that you guys want to see, please tell me. I've done this so many times that to me this is all really super boring. So I just do a time lapse of it. But like I said, if there's anything you guys really want to see or you want me to do more things like this of you guys watch me for 5 minutes put on a fuel pump, please comment. Yeah, I think I got the point across. But time lapse, I'm gonna put on the water pump, crank pulleys, alternator, everything that goes in the front. I'll do the motor mounts. I'll spin this motor around. I'll do the flex plate and the Burt coupler. And we will drop it in the car. My dad's on his way here, bringing me some oil and an oil filter. But we'll have her running today. That's not a problem. Well, here we go on the time lapse. Bolt-ons are on. Dad's here now. Gonna set you up for a time lapse. We're gonna drop it in the hole. Man, I need a haircut. All right, here we go, time lapse. All right, Minnesota dirt, it's in, got water, should be close enough on the old timing, get her to pop, see if she'll start. It might fire, but it's gonna die right away because we unhooked the fuel pump and I unhooked the fuel cell, so there's no fuel. There's no fuel in the lines at all. How's it going, guys? Today's Wednesday. No, today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Day after Tuesday. Car runs. We ran into some hiccups. I had to tear things down again and I didn't record it. I was so angry. I almost said screw it and sold everything probably about 3 times every hour on the hour. Frustrating. We got it fixed though. My mistake. Didn't put enough thread sealant on plug in the bolt, and yeah, it's a long story, but not a big deal. Just some long night, got her fixed, but There it is. It is ready to rock. Got my dad here right now. Just loading up the trailer. TJ standing by. So we're gonna use his truck. Probably should pull old Betty White out and start using her. She's probably feeling neglected, but TJ's gonna haul it for us. I gotta work tomorrow. So TJ is because of the hurt foot, he's got himself a little free time. So he's gonna haul it for us. Save me a lot of headache from after work having to come home, or having my dad have to try to sneak out of work late. But anyway, enough of that. That is the update. This car is almost too nice to even race. I should just keep it in my garage and just stare at it. But that's what we build them for. Well, we're gonna keep getting loaded up here. Probably next time we'll talk to you guys will be at MTS for their test and tune. We'll see you guys then. How's it going, guys? We are at MTS. We're here, all loaded, ready to rock. I just gotta change into my suit. And then we get to find out that all of our hard work and sleepless nights have finally been worth it. I'm feeling pretty confident, but I'll know more after a few laps. Nervous. Not really nervous, I'm anxious. I'm gonna be really upset. I'm gonna be really disappointed if this new idea, the setup, doesn't work as we planned. It might not be perfect, but as long as it's usable. Worked too hard on it to not work. So, well, I'm gonna get changed here, and we'll wait for the call to go play in the dirt. See you guys.
first lap, you could hear you feathering it a little bit.
No, the motor. I must not have it up to 10 because the motor was breaking up. But
it sounds like you're feathering it a little bit.
No,
but then them last 3 laps, you had that thing pinned wide open all the way around. I mean, seriously, were you wide open?
Almost.
Yeah, I mean, I never heard it burp once.
Entry was a little slick, so I really couldn't do it like I wanted to.
I mean, if you can't drive wide open on that stuff, that track's pretty tacky. You should have been able to just pin her all the way around.
Well, the entry was a little greasy.
Well, yeah, a little slimy. You're the first cars out there. Yeah, I thought it looked good.
Dude, it felt awesome. So
then, beep, beep. And then when you went around, you started going around. Granted, that one car was kind of slow, but the other two they seemed like they were all right cars. All right, well, let's go take a pop break, wait for the track to slick up a little bit. Wait for the track to slick up a little bit, get some guys out there that can that know how to run, and then we'll see how you really stack up.
Man, I feel like I got on the bar so hard.
Yeah, look good.
I hit the right front in the frame a few times, so I'm probably gonna put like a round or 2 in it. Oh, that was awesome. All right. Well, let's see though. We'll try after it slicks up.
Yeah, no, you shook her down, give her a good look over, make sure nothing's falling off.
Well, at first I was panicked because all I could smell was burning oil.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh no. And after like 3 laps, I saw the one car just smell the smoke. I'm like, thank goodness. I'm watching my gauges. Everything was good. I had oil pressure. My water temp wasn't crazy. I'm like, I hope that ain't me.
So, all right. Well, so far so good.
Everything appears to be clean.
No pukage?
No pukage.
That's good. Look at that, even the breather's clean.
It's been a while since we've seen that.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a clean breather.
Oh, yeah.
For you guys out there that don't know what we're talking about, watch the video from last fall's fall jamboree.
I hit the frame 3 times. The right front, the door is still on. The nose is still on. All right, let's go watch the racing now.
All right, sounds good. Making fun of the guy that ripped his motor all up, and now it's going to be us. lean pop or what?
I got it. What?
You think it was a lean pop or what?
It does it as soon as I get into the throttle. But it doesn't do it here.
No, but I noticed you did stop out there. Like, where the hell did Billy go?
So why did you stop? It wouldn't go or what?
No, it would go. It just. It
It was a constant pop.
Yeah.
I wonder if your distributor didn't spin.
No. It wouldn't sound that good in the pits if it did that.
Oh,
What's your temperature?
180?
So it's not running hot? Oil pressure is fine?
$75.
Is that what?
175.
What was 175? The temp?
My temp.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad. There's always got to be something. Always got to be something, doesn't it?
Make sure the wires are on.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
I checked the camp. That was good.
Just don't burn yourself.
I'm not going down there.
There's plenty of room.
All right. Well, we're gonna poke around a little bit and see what we can figure out. Jamie to the rescue. Well, he just reset the floats. Now he's putting the distributor ground on. We've never run that. We've never hooked that up before, but hey, maybe we'll try anything else. just, I think the next thing. Better. It's still popping though.
I don't think it's better at all.
Wasn't better at all. It didn't sound like it was popping nearly as much.
Because the R's were down.
What are you thinking? Jamie says it's definitely ignition.
It's got to be a distributor or carb.
Yeah, he didn't think it was carb. He thought it was ignition.
Oh, I get
Your
it.
lights blinking or anything? Everything's, you got nothing flashing like you got a loose ground or anything like that?
I can rip the distributor out of the crate motor and put it in here.
Well, not right now you can't. I mean, I would recommend trying to do something before Deer Creek. I mean,
I got a distributor here.
what do you got?
Good one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, let's pull it out and do it.
Not that easy.
Why ain't that easy?
You gotta drop the motor mount bolts, try to pry it forward.
Oh, I can take the cap off.
Still, you can't get the distributor out of the hole.
Even with the rotor and everything off of it?
No.
Well, that's kind of silly. We got to fix that.
What?
That's kind of silly. We got to fix that.
Yeah, remember when you helped me put the distributor
Yeah,
on?
I thought, but it was...
It didn't have the cap on
I
it.
know we didn't have the cap on it, but we still had the rotor and everything on it. But that didn't make a difference
No,
then
that
either,
doesn't
did
make a
it?
difference. Rotor's slow.
What distributor do you have here?
My
Is it
spare-
MSD?
Yeah.
Well, let's just rip the guts, switch the guts out of it then.
Good.
Yeah, let's do that. So, all right, let's just rip the guts out of that other one. And, you know, I mean, the distributor itself, unless you think it's got a bad gear or something. I don't know. I mean, you want to do the motor mount thing? What do you want to do? Or you just want to sit there and look at me?
It's way easier to swap the guts than it is to try to switch out a whole distributor here.
Well, it's two motor mount bolts.
Can't take this guy anywhere.
It's two motor mount bolts. I'm more worried about timing it.
Yeah.
You didn't bring your timing light.
I brought dirt doers. I still have it.
All right, well then let's just yank the motor mount bolts out, do it the right way, put a whole new distributor in it. And then that'll eliminate this whole thought. I don't want to walk into Deer Creek with an unknown here. We're here, let's get it done.
Look at this guy.
All right, get out of the car. All right, they're eating. They want to eat. All right, let's go.
Put that back in to get
Well,
it
this
moving.
don't look good. Car's been kind of popping and banging. And other than that, car's been good, huh, Billy?
Oh, it's been awesome.
So, but it's
she brought a whole set.
it's still breaking up at the very end. Gets to about
Oh,
It's
okay,
about
I see why,
5.
'cause my timing light won't read through these thick wires.
It's about $5,000, 6,500. It starts banging, almost like it's got a chip in it. So just to be safe, we're gonna throw another distributor in it quick. We're pretty sure it's ignition, but
So you might be wondering, Billy,
Yeah, why are you
standing on the intake? Well, our decking is too far forward here. Or the distributor is too far back, however you want to look at it. I gotta pull my motor mounts and lean the motor as far as I can forward to get the distributor out. I need to cut like a hole here in the decking or something to do it work.
Like planned obstinance, I don't know.
Should have been in there. It's hot. Okay. The orange mark is 34.
He found the poof.
We need the gasket off that distributor. There's no gasket on this one.
So anyway, we were almost just gonna load it up and say
Orange goes to 34.
we're pretty sure that
Yeah, so the black mark down there on that silver.
that
lining
the
mark,
distributor
line
was
up
the problem, but
Okay.
luckily,
That's 34.
where'd you get the distributor from?
Gustafson.
Oh, Gustafson's had the distributor. So we're gonna throw it in there and see if that fixes it. Hopefully it fixes it, then we know for sure that's what the problem is. We disconnected MSD box, the soft touch, we disconnected the tack. So I know all you guys out there in modified land are probably yelling at us about those things. We already did all those and there's been no improvement. But again, we're pretty darn sure it's the distributor. But you know, we're here, we got a distributor.
Hasn't even moved.
We normally carry our own distributor, but we don't have our truck. TJ was nice enough to bring Billy's car down here. So our dually with all the spare parts in the back is sitting in front of Billy's house. But normally we'd have our own distributor and wouldn't have to borrow one, but tonight we did. But anyway, so we're gonna throw a distributor in there and
DJ, real light pump.
hope for the best. Here, we just made it out in time. Last call for hot laps. Hopefully this fixes it. break up anymore?
No.
But now it's got no oil pressure. Supposedly. What, did it have any sitting here? It didn't have any. So there was an awful lot of pulling and banging, you know, on that sensors right there. You know, they were pulling wires and yanking things, so they could have unplugged it.
Well, it kind of works. It goes up like 20 and drops.
Does it? Plugs right here. It's plugged in.
Hey guys, unfortunately that is all of the usable content I could use from the racetrack. With it being test and tune, they had the radio on the whole time, so I had to sort really hard through all the videos. Unfortunately, had to scrap about half of them because you heard a variety. What are you doing? Rooster's getting into stuff he's not supposed to be. But yeah, unfortunately, because of the music and don't really want our videos getting flagged, so I had to get rid of a lot of it. But when the race season actually starts, they won't have the radio on the entire time. So hopefully you shouldn't have to run into that problem too many times this season. But just kind of a little recap of what we deleted out. That last run, well, you saw two things that last run. For one, you saw me step on it with the whole new setup we put in. We waited for the track to dry out. I didn't know what the car was going to do. We didn't adjust anything, we just left it. And I was all fired up from rushing to get that distributor all swapped out. And then they announced that this is the last practice. So I was trying to hurry up and get my stuff on while Jamie and Kyle, my dad, and Seth and TJ were all trying to get the engine timed. When Kyle was helping me get the distributor in, we got the distributor in the wrong spot, so my wires couldn't reach it. So we had to pop all the spark plugs, wires off and get them all switched around. So it was a lot of chaos there at the last second. And then, well, hi, honey.
Hello, honey.
What are you doing?
Taking all the beer cans out.
Oh, crushing all the beer cans. So I was all fired up, ready to rock. And so as soon as I charged that corner with a whole head of steam, kind of tapped the brake there, and
That was loud.
that was loud. And I'll take care of it, honey.
Okay.
So when I came in the corner, I had all rear brake from the first few sessions because it was tacky. As soon as I touched the brake, it just dumped, like, as you saw, fast. So got the car straightened around, put about 10 rounds of front brake in the car, and the car was actually really good. A little free off, but wasn't bad at all. I think if we did a little J-bar adjustment for feature time, I think the car will be perfect. But yeah, the whole oil pressure thing, and then the last video you saw, I had to pull off the track. My oil pressure killed. I was coming on the backstretch, and actually it flashed a few times at me, and then it went back to good going into 3, and then coming out of 4, it went to dead 0 and just started freaking out. So I said, yep, turned on the old blinker and pulled her in the infield. Started the car up after sitting in the infield for the rest of the session. Had like 30 pounds of oil pressure. I was like, all right, well, that's good enough for me. Pulled it off the track, and then the oil pressure shut off again. Don't really know what are you doing?
I'm fixing your exposure so people can see your face.
They can see my face. Now I look really washed out.
No.
So, got back to the pits. Thank you for the camera adjustment.
You're welcome.
Got back to the pits, and anytime I fired up, just 0 oil pressure. It didn't say nothing. We thought maybe we had a bad sensor. Jumping back in. So we thought we had a bad sensor. Jamie had the idea, he's like, hey, pull the sensor out, crank the motor, see what happens. Pulled the sensor out, cranked the motor, and a geyser of oil comes shooting out. So we knew we had oil pressure and the sensor was not reading correctly. So we got one of those ordered, got a distributor ordered. Long story short, Sunday comes around, I drive the car outside the garage to make some room in here. Starts raining, get back in the car to drive it in and push the start button. Motor's cranking, but all my gauges shut off. Helmet blower don't work. We have a bad ground, or we got a very nasty wire connection somewhere. So that's also needs to get put on the list to do, is go through the wires. But this video is already long enough, so I'm not gonna sit here and continue to just keep dragging it out. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching our video. Please share and subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Please tell your friends and family to follow us. We are so close. Last time I checked, we were only like 50 subscribers away from hitting 2,000. Thank you guys so much. Now that hopefully we got a motor that runs and everything is appearing to be okay, we won't have a crazy last 3 weeks like we've had. So hopefully the content will be a lot better. Honestly, there has been a lot of content I should have been filming, but oh man, talk about discouraging, just mad at the world. You know, I get it, it's racing, it's part of it, but yeah, some of it I can't. Lucky I didn't have a camera. I was very just frustrated and mad, and you know, I know you guys like seeing those behind the scenes, the transparency, but those last 3 weeks, man, I was down. I was down bad. Like, things were not looking good. But a lot of late nights, a lot of hard work. Big shout out again to TJ. TJ has been pretty much around here every day, helping me on things. You know, he's still learning a lot, but just the little things really helps out a ton. Big shout out to Kyle and Jamie. Jamie having that block all ready to go for us, that really helped us out a lot. To be able to slap things around. Thanks again to Kyle for the help that he did, and then also helping us out there at Fountain City. So, all right, enough. I'm killing it now. So, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.